Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Dallas Cowboys. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Second and 12 at the 23-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll try the sweep with Elliott. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
47.
On third down, it's Prescott. Open man is Noah Brown. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. First carry for Darius Geis. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now the first carry for Bryce Love. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And the Cowboys here on third down bringing in an extra defensive back. Third down. Here's Haskins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Prescott. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Right here. Double tight, guys, double tight. 3 down.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he's brought down. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
First down and goal to go.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Let's go.
Here we go, 46.
Now here's Pollard. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Now a 1st down run is snipped out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Second down, Haskins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Slam, slam, slam. It's free. It's free. Wrestle, wrestle. 55, 955. Hey, eat.
Now Haskins, third and long. And he finds McLaurin. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big 30-yard play on third.
You had to figure they'd take a shot downfield on third and long, so the old cliche came into mind right away for me. Who wants it more? You always hear about receivers, you hear about their hands, their moves, their speed. How about the positioning and the desire to go get that one out of the air?
On first down, it's Haskins. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
So now, following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10.
Check. Go. Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine.
This is Geis. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
54. We're pretty quiet, team. We're pretty quiet. Shit.
Now a give, right side, it's Geis. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Ready. 55. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
Now Haskins. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd.
We're going to 54.
Prescott from the gun. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Matt Ioannidis. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let's put that team on the clock.
Here's Geis. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try and get it with Geis. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And a Redskin 1st down.
Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. Slings this deep for McLaurin. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 now. Haskins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Line 55. I know he ain't going to 53. 26.
Now Pollard. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. And if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Under 10. 10. No. Off. Watch out. We're going to 54. Hey, kill. Switch gears. 47. 26.
Prescott now on 2nd down. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 21.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Prescott to throw it. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
One man in the backfield. That's Elliott on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. It doesn't take much. Even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Go on. Come on, D.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. And it's 2nd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Stick.
Let's go.
On the ground, it's Geis. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Redskin 1st down. The pickup 15 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Here we go. Here we go. Switch the outlaw.
And we got to get to the ball, D. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
On 1st down, here's Love. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On 2nd down, here's Haskins. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
It's a gain of 20. 1st down, Redskins.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
I'm coming.
Now Haskins on 1st down. Complete. Richardson has it. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain. 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
1st and goal, Washington.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Geis, they'll try to run it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point good by Hopkins, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives. So a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
There we go, kill.
Here's Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. This will be caught by Brown. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 23. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's now 10 of 10 throwing the ball here to start the game. 10th carry now for Elliott. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here at half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. Geis again. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
Check 53. Take me out. Here we go. 53. Mike. Check.
3rd and 2. Now Haskins. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the ball comes loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. The tackle by Matthew Ioannidis.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
At the Redskins' 42-yard line.
Here we go. Mike 56. Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
On 2nd and 9. Prescott looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Prescott down. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
Let's go, D.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And that's Elliott, complete. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
3rd and 1.
Here we go. You. We're going to 53.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Now Elliott. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Redskins scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you give a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
Gain of 17 yards. And the Redskin first down.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
On 1st down, it's Haskins. And this one complete to Reed. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield and unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time. Fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
They go to Elliott again. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On 2nd down now. It's Elliott, and he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Redskins on 3rd down, putting an extra man here in the secondary. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation. would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 4 yards to pick up, first down.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
They'll run with Elliott. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On 2nd down and 4, Prescott looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They start on the ground with Geis. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Now Haskins to throw it. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Arlington. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Second and 10. Here's Haskins again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Redskins on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 16. Now it's the backup Smith. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 37.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
From the 36, Smith. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get that to Bryce Love out of the backfield. And now it's 3rd down.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Smith. Open man is Quinn, able to connect. Touchdown, Washington. Trey Quinn, his first touchdown on the year, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
17-17 the score, all even to this point as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here we go. Slide in.
Check.
27. 26.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott caught. It's Wilson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check back. Here we go. 46. 26.
Prescott. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Elliott. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations. But a guy of his size, you can't really hide it. But the tight end drag.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Redskins scoop it. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. He's now lost fumbles in back-to-back weeks. And, of course, you remember last week's game, such a close affair. That hurt him.
Hurt him in a big way, and it is so key to take care of the ball because, remember, the team making the fewest mistakes usually wins the game. So you got to take care of the ball, lock it away, high and tight, as you often hear from running back coaches. 4 points of pressure, fingertips, forearm, biceps, sternum, or chest. Put it away.
And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A huge play there for Washington. 47 yards.
And the Redskin first down.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Check 52. Smith.
They'll run again with Love on first down. They'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. Give the Redskins 13 there on a first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, this is Geis. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a first and goal.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. They'll try the air now with Smith. And this is going to be intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. In a tie game, fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Hey, Wahoo!
36, 36. 55 is my guy, 55. I got one.
Hey, Delta.
Mike 55. Hey, eat. Come off the ball.
Ready?
Smith hands off to Geis. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Heavy on the edges.
On first down, it's Smith. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
Smith now 4 of 6 since taking over, and he's got a first down.
Protein spill.
54. Here we go, G.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
Here we go, G. Get off the field.
Hey, orbit.
26.
From the red zone now, Smith. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jordan Evans in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. On second down, Love. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Go now. 60 Pittsburgh. Come on, D.
Smith now to throw. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
I'm coming for you, Mike. Hey, Alpha.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Check. 53, Mike. Check. Go.
Here we go on 4th. Smith. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. On second and very short, Prescott. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their second-year kicker. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Prescott now from the 50. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll try the sweep with Elliott. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
And they need 5 yards on 3rd down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And some room to maneuver. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
Hey, that QB's traps. Let's go.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right, you don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to him.
And now this first drive in OT continues. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Run for Pollard. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Man, that's trash.
Draw play, Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3.
56. Check 56.
Prescott from the gun. And he fires one, but incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down.
Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive, they're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hey, exit.
54, Mike. 54, Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54.
Now Smith. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
You can't block me. Switch.
Recon, 152 fighter. Hey, team 6.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Here we go. Let's go.
Play action. It's Smith. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. And here's your ball game, down 3 in overtime, but they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Hey, let's go.
55, Mike, 55.
They snap it to Smith. And he finds McLaurin. That, the definition of a do-or-die play, but they keep this overtime session going with a 1st down.
1st down, Redskins.
2 minutes on the clock in overtime in a 3-point ball game.
Let's go.
Set. Skip the oar. Sit.
On 1st down, Love. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
We go set. 15 line.
54 Mike. 54 Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Hey, high 7.
Mike 54. Mike 54. We got it. Right there.
Ready.
On 2nd and 9, Smith. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Give the Redskins 13 there and a 1st down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you. Hey, you. Mike, 53. Mike.
Tackles. Check the backer.
Pilot, 64, weak.
They'll run with Geis. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Here's Smith. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And play will be stopped here with 10 seconds remaining in overtime as they've called a timeout.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
We go. 18 Gator. Watch the screen. Shit. Watch the shit.
Out of the gun, Smith. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for the tight end, Lance Kendricks, there. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
It's 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
53. Hey, keep it up. Hey, alert 3. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Throwing is Smith. Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. Picked off Byron Jones. He's at the 50, the 40, 30, past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Still catching our breaths from that electric finish. You get into overtime, that's one thing. It was a great 4 quarters. But then in OT, not only to win it, but to win it on a defensive score. Wow.
Oh, definitely. And I think from now on, we're going to definitely travel someone who can help us, because I thought I was going to pass out at the end. Not just getting to the overtime, but the plays in overtime that led to this one, and to finish it on a defensive touchdown, a takeaway that gets into the end zone. I'm not rooting for anyone, but boy, I love to see games finish that way.
So for Dallas, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Washington, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.